Every morning, Bella wakes me up at the crack of dawn by scratching on the bed. I've never been able to film it because, well, I'm asleep, but here are the scratch marks to prove it. And just to point out, she doesn't scratch her wooden bed, only mine. Of course, I don't blame Bella. It's perfectly natural for cats to scratch, and ultimately it's my fault for not providing enough suitable surfaces. So I want to build her something proper to scratch on. I also really want to build this Lego set. It's based upon the Daily Bugle newspaper headquarters from Spider-Man, and at almost 4,000 pieces and a staggering 82 centimeters tall, it's the Lego equivalent of a skyscraper. However, I'm not much of a Spider-Man fan and therefore can't really justify buying it. Unless I'm gonna combine the two and build a Lego skyscraper scratching post. I'll call it the Sky Scratcher. This way I get to build a cool Lego set, and Bella gets to become Catzilla, happily scratching away whilst looking like a giant monster. First, I got a large sheet of delicious plywood and rounded off the edges for the base of the scratching post. Next, I cut to size 2 wooden posts as uprights and screwed them in from underneath, as well as using brackets to further anchor them in position and join them together. And already, Bella was a fan. The joke's on you, Bella. I want you to scratch it. Well, not yet anyway. As for the rope, all the guides I read said to just use hot glue to hold it in place. From my experiences with hot glue, I can't really imagine it's gonna hold against the unstoppable force of Bella, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. And that's it. It's kind of simple, and I could admittedly just stop there, but where's the fun in that? So it's time for the part I've been eagerly waiting for, building the Lego set. I'm gonna have to make a ton of changes and customizations, but I at least want the satisfaction of building it properly first. The building's already partially destroyed after being attacked by various villains I don't know the names of, and I can definitely incorporate this damage into my version, but the building in general isn't sturdy enough to survive a real Bella attack. For instance, the front panels are designed to be removed so you can view the interior, so I'll have to build it with them fixed in position, as well as attaching the building to the post itself for further stability. And so with great sadness, I took it all apart again, although kept the first floor largely intact, and screwed it down into the plywood base. So I've only built the tower one set of windows deep, so it should still give Bella room to scratch the post. From here I built upwards, using the basic design of the original, but ensuring everything was fixed in place more sturdily. I had to build the roof twice the size, to cover both the building and scratching post, and screwed down into the wood for extra support. Finally I added the last few details from the original, including the water tower, satellite mast, and the Daily Bugle sign. And it's done, half skyscraper, half scratching post. Hopefully Bella's gonna love it. Once again, I could admittedly leave it there, but I think it's very important that I also buy this Lego set, to make it feel more like a city rather than just one lonely building. And this one, very important. This one too, definitely this one. And if I've got the bank, we're probably gonna get bank robberies, so I really ought to buy the police station too. There we go then. I positioned the buildings on the plywood base, and connected them all together using Lego road plates. I had to make it 2 plates wide to give Bella enough room to roam the street, and after adding a few additional vehicles, minifigures and final touches, the city was complete. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an emergency news bulletin live from Lego City. There have been scenes of widespread panic today as a giant cat roamed the streets, leaving behind a trail of devastation and donut sprinkles. Initially believed to be a series of earthquakes, the beast's footsteps alone are wreaking havoc to infrastructure, as experts say it's on the hunt for breakfast. One witness told us how the enormous feline knocked her off a sun lounger, before proceeding to then steal her parasol. This giant beast truly is a menace. Others have described how they saw the cat headbutt an innocent tree before trying to break into the police station. Police were initially dubious of the giant cat claims, but upon learning of the equally giant donut around its neck, committed their full resources to apprehending the delicious baked good. But it was already too late, as the beast made its way downtown towards the Daily Bugle headquarters. Here, it reared up on its hind legs, and showed no mercy in ferociously attacking the skyscraper. Crowds watched on in horror as the monster clawed away at the building, before then headbutting that too. So yeah, the Sky Scratcher was a huge success, which makes a nice change for one of these cat projects. and Ralph loved it too, although he doesn't tend to scratch on things, but he definitely enjoyed playing Catzilla. I'm probably going to cut down the plywood base so it's just a one building, as that way I can keep it around for good, and hopefully Bella will finally stop scratching the bed.